You're now tuned into $1 million worth of game.
Yes.
Listen, let me tell you something. So when Joey walked in, right, I said, man, we gotta get to this shit. Let's battle. He waved the white flag. Gil was gonna take me back. Gil was going 16 bar barbarian on some back in the day shit. He waved the white flag. He ain't went no work for Philly.
Man.
He ain't went no Philly work. Cause you know, Gil used to be running up in them record labels back in the day, barbecuing people, you know, he barbecued Mason.
Fried big barbecue.
He put Mason, he put who you put on the, what's the name?
A bunch of man. I put Joel's on the grill.
You put him on the grill?
He was the dream team.
Put him on the grill. Who else you put on the grill?
I put a bunch of ain't never came up against
Mason got barbecue.
Oh yeah, Mason
got barbecue. All type of sauce was dripping off of him.
Fried.
A1.
Barbecue sauce and mixed
baby back.
Baby back rib
dripping
sauce.
off him.
But we got Joey Badass in the house, man.
So, he's a legend.
Right now, can we start this off right?
Go ahead.
Let's start this off right, fuck it, man. We went right to an acting scene. You unique, right?
You're a real actor.
This the scene, right? You gave us some work, right?
All right.
We got backdoored for the work. We coming to tell you we got backdoored for the work. He's a so he come right in, he bitching from the gate. I'm not really trying to hear that shit. I'm on some more different shit, and then you take over from there. You ready?
So I started off,
We
right?
walked in, get the bitching.
Listen, man. Listen, I don't know what happened, man. I'm telling you, man, like, I really don't know. Like, these guys, they just came, the stuff was gone. I don't know what to do. Like what do I do? Like, I'm sorry, man, but it wasn't somebody backdoored me, man.
Listen, me, I ain't with all that shit, man. Somebody broke into the factory, man. They got to work. Either you gonna give us some more work and let us work this shit off, or you burn.
Oh, man, don't be talking to him like that.
Man,
You
shut
gonna...
the fuck up, man. That's why I don't know nobody respect you already, because you always bitching.
No, but I'm
snitching,
saying,
man.
like...
Shut up, man.
Come back here in the first place for, man.
I'm saying, what we gonna do? I don't know what to...
Should have been OT by now, man.
He ain't waiting till he left. He just shit.
He at least supposed to respect. I want to get
on your way to
to
PA by now.
Yeah, we
man.
trying to get, we gonna get some more work to make it right, huh? Like, you ain't making it right.
Yeah,
But dudes used to do that back in the day. Come back.
We got both of us out of here, man. God damn.
We did.
At least I went out like a G, you went out bitching. I don't know what happened. You gonna get the jail guy, come like, come on in, he dusted y'all off, use a bitch.
Well, being as though New York was in the finals, right? Because, you know, it's sad to say the New York finals was getting to where they got to. You know what I'm saying?
After they beat Boston, they won the championship.
Yeah, that was the chip. That was like the chip for New York City. They went crazy.
That was a big one.
That was crazy.
That was it.
You know, and it's like the guy that they say is most overrated player, he come through and crush the buildings, man. He just been coming through barbecuing shit. So it's like, what's going on? Like,
You thought y'all was gonna win?
Y'all talking, asking me what's going on? Shit, man, I'm trying to figure out the same thing, man. Listen, it ain't over yet, though. It ain't over till it's over.
By the time this come out, it'll be over. The funeral and all that shit. Just the sad song.
Yo, listen, man, I'm gonna have my unwavering faith. It ain't over till it's over. All right? Maybe we take it to yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got me talking in a negative light now and shit.
Yeah,
it ain't over till it's over.
He said maybe we take it to
Maybe.
game
Yeah,
6.
see, y'all already got me, man. Y'all
said
already
maybe.
affected my mind with the negativity, man.
Now,
Y'all did?
from your outlook, what is the state of hip hop right now?
State of hip hop. Where do we start? I mean, I think I've always been an optimistic person. I've always been a person who, like, I'd rather not complain, I'd rather act, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather contribute, if you will. So I think, you know, after what we saw last year with, you know, between Dot and Drake, I think it did a good thing for hip hop, in my opinion. I think that the competitive energy being brought back into the game was a good one. I think there was a lot of aspects being fought in that battle, not just basically who was the best artist, but I think it was like kind of a war of different sides, like, you know what I'm saying? In a way, it was kind of like the underground versus the mainstream, you know what I'm saying? dark versus light, if you will, or whatever. But you know, I think a year later, especially with just what transpired based on you know, what I was just involved in. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I think we're just trying to keep the spirit alive. You know what I'm saying? I could speak on what I'm doing. I can't really speak on what other brothers is doing out here, but I know I'm trying to keep the spirit alive. I am keeping the spirit alive just by existing. And you know, that's what I'm gonna continue to push for. Like, I'm a true student of the game, and I'm always stand on that. I've always been a student of the game. I've always had utmost respect and reverence for the people who's come before, even the people who's come after. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when J. Cole said he was the middle child, I like really felt that, because I'm like, I really feel like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm really like, OGs is right here, and then the YNs is right here, and Joey is like in the middle. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm connected to both sides. So I'm gonna just do my part, man. You know what I mean? And try to continue to keep the culture alive, continue to keep the spirit alive and everything. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm gonna do that by, of course, putting out music, but also like helping brothers where I can. Cause I feel like we need more of that. Like, you know, we was having a conversation off the record before we came on cameras, just about, you know, the old generation to the new generation and how it wasn't enough passing of the guard. You know, so that's something that I wish to tap into as time goes on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanna definitely have a reputation for looking out for, you know, dope artists who coming up, but who's also competitive, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's not enough of that, especially in the genre of, or in the space in the hip hop world that I exist in. I feel like it's not enough of us lyrical helping each other out, because we, you know what I'm saying, we trying to outshine each other and be the best or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think we could all coexist, and I think it could be dope to give each other the helping hand. Even if you're trying to take my head off, you should do that. That's what you should want to do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's always been my mindset on it. Like, you know, I come from that competitive nature of it, and yeah, it's a sport, man, and I love the game. I love this shit.
Let me speak on the passing of the guard, right? Because a lot of youngins, and I'm not speaking on you, but a lot of youngins in the game be looking at like, man, they've been doing it for so long, they don't want to put a young on. They don't want to pass it off. They don't want to, but you gotta understand that one time, say somebody like Funk Flex, somebody like DJ Cosmic Kev, who been at the radio stations forever, DJ Clue, DJ Greg Street.
Shout out to the
You feel what I'm saying?
Too.
At one time, they was young DJs,
Right.
just hoping to get on. You feel what I'm saying? Or LeBron James. He was a young player that was just hoping to get to the league. You feel what I'm saying? Now, when they get there, they trying to hold on to that shit as long as possible. Because after my dream is done, I also feed my family off this shit. LeBron James in his 23rd year, he ain't not once said this the new king. That trying to go out there and work the out. Now, I'm not saying that you can't uplift some young, help some young get in position. But the reality of it is, ain't no trying to put no other in a position to take his job.
I just feel like if you really believe that you that, then that shouldn't stop you.
But if I'm a OG, right, and we all work different, and I see that young is that, I know that he's more in tune with the culture right now. Everything around the board. He young, he got me beat everywhere around the board. That young gotta come take my job. I can't put that young in position to get me out the way, and now I'm running around, can't feed my family. I
think it's too much money out here for all of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's only a certain amount of positions that's right there.
Now you're right.
What I'm saying.
You're right.
You feel what I'm saying?
You're right though, but at the same time, it's like, when are we gonna shift from the individual mindset to the collective one? You know what I'm saying? Because what you just said is, that go deeper than rap. That's just how we are as a culture, as people. You know what I'm saying? It's all me and mine. And it's like, you know, it's not enough of the collective idea of us. Like, where do we want to see this shit go in 20 years? You know what I'm saying? Like, and even still, it's like, just because you share your light or you shine your light on somebody else who's coming up and who might be more hungry, that don't mean that you necessarily you compromise your position. You know what I mean?
not.
I think that's just been the historical approach.
Bro Sparks, man. You want to be hard, you want to be strong, you want to last long. Bro Sparks, man. We sponsored Wallo's party. It was a great success, man. And we appreciate you guys. But if you guys need a little fourth quarter,
pulling out, y'all.
Bro
Gotta watch out.
Sparks.
What's up, everybody? I'm Wallo, $267 million worth of game, and I am a Roe partner. One thing about Roe is a life changer. So if you're going through something right now with ED, don't even worry about it. Roe is going to take care of all that. Roe Sparks is a 2-in-1 prescription treatment for stronger, harder erections. I'm talking about you're going to be standing like a statue. I'm telling you, life is going to change. They hit the bloodstream like this. They work in 15 minutes on average. And guess what? That means more sex, more it's a game changer. You want a thicker, a longer erection? Roe Sparks is here for you. Roe Sparks is active in your system for 36 hours, so you go back to back, round after round, and be ready in the morning. Be ready for play with Roe Sparks. Roe connect guys with a medical provider, 100% online, so there's no awkward conversations with in-person providers. You don't have to worry about none of that. If approved, treatment shipped directly to your door. I'm talking about you ain't got to go nowhere. It go right to your door if you get approved. If prescribed, new sexual health partners get $15 off Sparks on recurring plans. Connect with a provider at roe.co/MDWOG to find out if prescription Roe Sparks is right for you. That's roe.co/MDWOG for $15 off your first order. What are you waiting for?
And people just continue following that. But you don't got enough people modeling the other things. So it's like people just scared to take that path. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not saying everybody do it, because we show love to everybody. We don't give a fuck what you doing out here if you in our space. But what I'm saying is because in our space, it really is enough money for everybody.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But in a space where as though, okay, you might be the head of Universal. You might be running Universal. You feel me?
Yeah.
But you know this kid right here.
From Warner.
From Warner. You know he the shit. You know he more in tune. You know he breaking more records than you. You know he doing better business than you. You not bringing that over to Universal to take your job. You're gonna be like, nah, if they fire me and they hire him.
Well, that's different. You know
feel,
what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
That's corporate. You know
that's
what I mean?
what I'm saying. There's only certain amount of top DJs in New York.
Right.
There's only a certain amount of top DJs in Philly. There's only a certain amount of basketball players on the team. There's only 12 on the team.
Well, all right, so my counter to that would be, but does that help the collective or does that damage the collective? People holding on to their positions and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I can't really knock nobody for working hard, placing themselves in a position to feed their family.
No, I
better
agree.
in life,
I agree. I would never knock
then
nobody for that.
bring them up in themselves to replace them that they know. I know this. I can't knock no for not doing that. Now I knock you for hating on them. If the company see that he's great and they trying to bring him in, and now you can't hate on the nigga. Like, how they got me? He better than me. I might got to go get a new position.
I'm built different, man. Like, you know, I think that's all ego. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's all insecurity too. You know what I'm saying? People
And you know
feeling
what
like
I think though?
their
Like,
positions is compromised because they see talent in somebody else.
No, I'm not saying that that's always the case, because that same person could see talent in a bunch of motherfuckers that hire him, but that talent ain't threatening to my job.
Right.
You feel? I know this motherfucker over here is doing what
right?
I'm doing, and he's better
So
than
exactly what you're saying is what I feel like we don't have enough of, right? Or what we have too much of. And even, we got to get into the convo, I guess, but like New York rap, right? New York hip hop. I feel like that didn't happen enough with our OGs reaching out to the younger ones on the come up, being like, yo, son is nice, let me embrace him without having to sign him or some shit like that. Let me
if I don't
just
sign you,
embrace
I
him.
ain't with you.
Right, you know what I'm saying? You see a lot of that, you know what I mean? And it's like, we learned that from these record label execs. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I saw a Jim Jones interview one time, and he was like apologetic about what he felt like he did to Max B. But his reason was, he like, yo, that's how I learned the game. It's all I knew at the time was that I couldn't put it on unless I signed them and like for fake put them in a up contract. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's just the part
But
of the
I gotta
game
eat off you in order for you to win,
right,
even
you know
though
what
I know
I'm
you're
saying?
great.
So it's a matter of us not even really having the right mentorship or like guidance going in the shit. I just feel like, yo, this shit has come so far that we don't gotta keep playing that game. It's like, all right, cool. Maybe that happened over the last 10, 15, 20, but now it's like, yo, there's so much money out here for all of us. Like, why the f are we still playing that game?
Right.
And I believe this though, this is my outtake on it. I believe it goes both ways. Cause I believe, yeah, main man can have a position, they're doing whatever they wanna do. But at the same time, when you really on your shit, he can't stop you.
Facts.
There's nothing he could do, no matter how high he up. If you on your game and you want that, cause some people like I ain't gonna hold you. Like, for me coming up, and I go all the way back to be 46, I remember when being a DJ was just as strong as a rapper, when people wanted to be a DJ. Right. But as the DJ started to decline and fall in the back, nobody wanted them real positions that funk and move, cause they like, nah, I wanna be a rapper, because the popularity it was more of a thirst for popularity, and the popularity came from the rapper. The DJ used to be in front of the rapper. So it was like, dudes looking like, I wanna go on tour, they ain't going on tour. They ain't getting no tour money, they ain't getting no show money, they ain't getting this, they ain't. So as you say, you didn't see a lot of young dudes saying, I want to be the most popular DJ in New York City.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this shit.
Manager.
Yeah,
you
or
know
the manager.
Yeah.
Like nobody's. I want to be the next biggest manager. Yeah. I want to be like they
Top
was.
exec
I want to be.
Wow.
I want to be a big time A&R like they was in Def Jam back in the day, like all them Kaiser Leo and all. People don't want to do that.
Regulated
And I think it's situational. See, rappers is not a limited amount of jobs. You feel what I'm saying? I could help you come up, you could be better than me, and it don't affect me. I still run around, make my money, get my
I ain't
show.
gonna lie, you know how much niggas I help come up, and that shit ain't never once interfered with my career.
Right, with certain jobs, is unlimited jobs.
Right.
So
like being a rapper.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Unlimited,
opposed to being the top DJ at a radio station.
No, that's a fact.
To being the corporate, you running Wall Street, to being the motherfucker that run Universal or Priority or whatever record label, Koch, or those are limited jobs, the top motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? It could be it's a bunch of top motherfuckers in the rap game. Lil Durk is a top motherfucker. Young Thug is a top motherfucker. Kendrick Lamar is a top motherfucker. Drake is a top motherfucker. To me, any nigga that made it out the ghetto and is feeding a family and surviving off of rap, you a top motherfucker.
Word up.
Because a lot of people ain't make it.
Word up.
You feel what I'm saying? So if you able to run around here and make 10,000 a night off of rap.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And it's like, so why is like motherfuckers still scared of like putting, you know.
Now, I don't agree with that in the rap game. I think that niggas should put niggas on in the rap, like how we put niggas on in the podcast game.
Absolutely.
Cam and them getting 50 million, whatever they got, that didn't affect nothing we got going on.
Period. Word.
You feel? But this is also a motherfucking gig.
If anything, that shit help.
Right.
Cause that shit shown that like, okay, niggas can get money in this shit for real. And there's more money out there to get. You know what I'm saying? Just like the convo we was having off the record, like every one of these officers got a fucking somebody in their 40s who's a fucking student and lover of the culture of the game.
It's like a football player, right? You in your 9th year, right? Now, they gotta pay you $17 million a year, $18 million a year. Some niggas, $20 million a year, you a defensive end. They just drafted a defensive end from Alabama. Now, you could play this two ways. You could be like, I'm gonna show this motherfucker everything I know. And then next year, I probably won't fucking be here. They probably gonna cut my fucking check. I probably gonna be missing out on $17 fucking million.
Yeah.
Or I could say, young boy, you gotta come in and get it how you fucking live. I can show you some things from here and there. help you get better, but I can't show you everything I know because I still got 2 more fucking years on my contract and I need to get that last $18.4 fucking million. You already know, it's Draftkings. The crown is yours. Put it on wear. But you know, all the time, Draftkings is coming up with new offers and new promos. So today, if you bet $5, you get $350 in casino spins instantly on a featured slot game. Just bet $5 and get $350 in casino spins on an instant slot game. Just make sure when you download the app, you put in promo code Gillie for the new offers and the new promos. The crown is yours. Wear it. DraftKings, right? So it's also when you playing with you show a motherfucker how to get you the fuck out of here sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't saying like, you got to show everybody the tricks.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, putting somebody on or shining the light is different from being like, yo, this is my special technique. You know what I'm saying? like this is where I keep the secret sauce at. You know what I mean? I think that's two different things.
I want to know this. Like, how is it? Like, when you first started this, right? Did you think today that you'd be Billboard charter, Grammy winner, philanthropist, you got December 20th day named after you, so much stuff you do. Do you think you'll have all this under your belt, just being an MC? Like, damn, I just want to rap.
1000%.
You knew this?
Absolutely.
You had no doubt?
I mean, honestly, sometimes my days are spent thinking that, like, I haven't done enough. But
where did that confidence and that believability in self come from?
God. First and foremost, I think since a kid, a spiritual belief and faith was instilled in me from a very young age. I always walked with God, you know what I mean? Always had a high reverence for the higher power, and I always felt very close to that higher power. And I was just a different kid, bro. Like, I had my first business cards when I was 5 years old. Joe V. Shoe Shine. And I would clean motherfucking sneakers so I could buy the video games I wanted. I was just always a hustler. I was always.
Let's see if you still got it, nigga.
I'm a long way from those days, B.
I want to see if you still got it in.
It's been a long time, B.
But niggas man cracking the fuck.
But no, a lot of times it's hard, right? And the reason I wanted to know about that is because for somebody out there, they don't have that self-belief and have a lot of doubt and be pessimistic based off the environment, because the environment produce a lot of pessimistic mindsets based off of, look at this, why would I think I could come outside of what I see? So it's always good to hear that and just having that. And I think a lot of times it's based upon everything that's going on in the house. When you're growing up as a kid, it don't always look pretty coming from us.
No, facts.
Because you got to look at, how is my mom believability? How is my father believability in himself? And it can rub off on the kid, or a kid might get breakthrough based off of grandma, based off of grandfather.
I'm glad you brought it up, because I think there's too many of us. Like, this is a godless world. It's a godless environment that we exist in. You know what I'm saying? Coming up from the streets, all of that, and not enough of us is grounded by faith. And I don't mean to get all like religious.
No,
with
just
it, like,
speak on it.
But it's just from a standpoint of faith is important because that keeps you grounded, that keeps you centered. It's important that you remember that you are not in control all the time. You're responsible for how you show up. But like I always say it like this, right? Like, if you got a goal to get to California, you got to meet God in Arkansas or
Ohio.
You know what I'm saying? You got to meet God halfway.
Whatever route.
Like, do what you can, and God to recognize that. But at the same time, people got to recognize too that it's not just an external job either. The external is a reflection of the internal. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's always easier to help people who you see help themselves. Like, record labels nowadays don't want to fuck with you unless you got motion.
Unless you're already a machine.
Unless you already got something going with, because then it's like, try pushing a fucking boulder up a hill. It's nasty work, you know what I'm saying? That take too much fucking effort to do, you know what I'm saying? So I think what's going on a lot out here is not enough faith instilled in us as kids. Because with that faith, that like when you see people mad and they upset, of course their upbringing contributes to that. But a lot of that frustration comes from you feeling as if like you don't have control over the situation. And you gotta remember that there's this other factors involved, you know what I'm saying? Like you got this whole spiritual world around us, like that shit is very real, you know what I'm saying? And not enough of us is tapped into that, you know what I mean? So for me, by far, that's what has kept my confidence, is my faith. It's unwavering.
Let me tell you something.
I know that God has a ultimate plan for me. And with just that thought alone, I ain't shook by nothing that happens because I know it's part of the plan,
Anybody that knew me, right, I tell you, even when I was going through my roughest times in life, me and my wife locked up, I'm going through a bunch of shit, I always told my homies, God got me.
Facts.
I just know I keep working, I keep putting this work in. I just gotta put enough work in to please God.
Facts.
That's the only person I gotta please. The only one. Once I please God, all the doors will open up for me. And they did. You feel what I'm saying? And thank God, they still opening up.
Listen, man, you went from grilling niggas on that barbecue to, you know what I mean?
That was my old life, man. Apologize. Let me ask you this, because you speak on like being self-confident, and you never did no acting classes, right?
So
or did you?
I did one acting class in my life, but in high school I was in a theater program, but I got kicked out after my first year. So that none of that shit counted. Like what I do today is nothing.
Why you get kicked
that
out?
I learned from that? Cause bro, I was from the hood, and then I went to high school. Like that was the first time in my life where I had to think about specialized knowledge. Specialized education. Like I wanted to be a rapper all my life, bro. I already knew I wanted to be a rapper, but there was no school to go to enhance your rap skills. So I'm like, all right, what's the second next best thing? Like, all right, like you said, it go back to us all wanting to do that thing in front of the camera, the thing that's lit. So I'm like, all right, what's the second best thing? Acting. I'm like, oh, I would love to be on TV. I love Will Smith. I love Tupac. So boom, I auditioned for like a bunch of schools, LaGuardia, fucking Edward R. Murrow, and I ended up getting accepted into Edward R. Murrow. I never had an audition in my life. It was just charisma, just natural. You know what I'm saying? I got accepted in there, but that shit was a culture shock because it's my first time going to school with like white kids, Asian kids, like non-black, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of black kids there too, but it was my first time. In that theater program, I was one of 3 black kids. So that was already like, whoa, like I don't belong in this environment, you know what I'm saying? Then I met all my rap homies who I formed Pro Era with there too, so I just started slacking off of that shit, and they kicked me out after the first year.
So let me get back to what I was saying, right? So I know you're confident in everything, right? So when you get the call or whatever for Raising King, right? You like, I could do this shit.
Oh, I already knew it was mine.
I could do this shit, right? And that's the self-belief. But did you know, 100% know, that the people was gonna gravitate to you like they did?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. The moment I stepped on that set and I shot my first scene, I'm like, this shit crazy. This shit out of here. But I'll tell you what, right? So I'll tell you the whole story. I wasn't a Power fan for a long time, but the homies used to always watch it. And I used to be one of those niggas that used to clown them, like, y'all niggas watch Power, nigga? Like, nigga, I watch A24 shit, like sophisticated films and shit like that. But I was on tour one day, and I tuned in, and I got hooked. I got hooked just in time for season 6. Boom, watched it to the end. Then I saw the commercials at the end talking about the spinoffs. I'm like, damn, I would actually love to be in that joint. So I'll never forget it. December 20th, 2019, I was writing my goals for the next year, because that's like just a habit that I do. Like I just write my goals, manifestations. And I was like, land the role. That's all I wrote. Land the, that was one of my goals, but that was like one of my first goals. The next month, I got the audition in my inbox. I'm like, all right, bet. Got the character brief. I'm like, all right, yeah, this is it. I ain't even rehearsed the shit, B. When I got there, I'm like downstairs, there's like a building in Manhattan, in like the Midtown. I'm like, all right, let me look over the script. Cause I'm a rapper, so it's very easy for me to memorize.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm
Me
saying?
too.
And I'm very like, my strength in acting is instinctual. So I like to have my first thing come across. I don't like to rehearse too much because then I start to feel like I overthink it. I like it just be like how I perceive it the first time, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's kind of how life is. You don't got time to rehearse life. You just roll with the punches. So boom, went over real quick, went up there, delivered a phenomenal audition, and they was like, yo, would you cut your hair? I said, absolutely. Boom, got it. Next month, first day on set, we shot the joint. And I'm like, yeah, nah, this gonna be the one. But for a long time, I avoided that type of role. I made sure that people saw me do other things, like I did Mr. Robot, and then right before Kanan came out, I did the Two Distant Strangers short film. And that was important to me because I didn't want to get typecasted. I always knew I'd be a fucking remarkable gangster on TV. I grew up around too much gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm around gangsters all my life. You know what I'm saying? I already knew I was gonna knock that role out the park, but I didn't want to get typecasted in that early where people thought that's the only thing I could do. So I made sure I did all of this shit, and it came at the perfect fucking time. By the time that came, it was like, okay, cool, here's the track record. You see I got range. But I'm a body the hell out of this shit too. You know what I mean? And boom, rest was history.
Let me ask you a question. Being as though that you just a natural in acting, if it was any role in any movie, any classic movie, what movie would it be and what role would you play?
I would love to do, like when I saw Judas and the Black Messiah,
That was crazy.
and I saw Daniel Kaluuya's performance of that, I was like, this nigga got my dream role. I want to be a revolutionary. I want to do something like that. You know what I'm saying? Something that really moves.
For him to
the
grab
people.
that voice, and when you hear him naturally talk, for him to grab that, the whole
Nah,
the
he
pace,
bodied that.
He the pace and everything.
Facts. Shout out to Daniel. I want to do that. I want to do a revolutionary joint. I'm glad you asked me that because I get to manifest this shit live. I want to do a boxer, like an iconic boxing story. You know what I'm saying? And then thirdly,
we could put together a movie. You could do Greg Hatchet.
No, Greg
come on, let's do $1 million worth of pain.
Ooh, Greg Hatchet. Hey, it would be Greg.
The Greg Hatchet story.
Shout out to Greg Hatchet. Yeah. But no, it's like now you body like very seldom. Like so you did some. So basically you did some like you did. How can I say you did some Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson stuff. You was able to be good in 2 sports. And now you just continue to flourish in here, but I don't think a lot of times people understand your accomplishments in music is on another level.
Facts.
How do you still have a hunger? Like everything that's coming out now, you're doing all this stuff, right? You just, you know what I mean? And you know what's crazy? I'm gonna say this, for you to be young, back in the day, that was a major word in Philly, crash dummy. That was like a major word.
Yeah.
A crash, we used to crash dummy.
It's a fucking crash.
Like meaning you just somebody could just have you do any type of dumb shit. Come here, man, go shoot some. Like that was like to see that, you know what I mean? It's like, but all this is like, how do you still be hungry when your success is so high over here in a different department in a different sport? How do you stay hungry? How do you stay? How can I say, not just hungry.
Motivated.
No. How do you practice to still be able to come on the field and execute on that high level and rap when you're so locked in over here? How do you do that?
Honestly, it comes and goes. You know what I mean? It's ebbs and flows. Like, I'm not always motivated. You know what I'm saying? I won't lie to you. Like, you know, there's times where I'm like, like I'm good on this. Like, I don't really feel like touring. Like, I done did this shit for like fucking 10 years, 12 years. Like, I'm bored of it, you know what I'm saying? TV, film is new, it's fun, you know. But I think it's really a matter of like this recent thing. I gotta attribute a lot of this to the competition. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what this whole new chapter really showed me is that I haven't felt that there was any real competition in a long time. You know what I'm saying? And that inspired me. That inspired me to be like, oh, word? Y'all niggas think I'm not like that?
Is that why it's Joey versus everybody?
Yo, I mean, honestly, that's the narrative that the media created. But like, it could stay that way. You know, it's up. Like, one thing about me, bro, I'm never gonna back down. I don't back down.
And you've been coming at some niggas. And I don't do the damn, that's crazy. You've been, you know, displaying.
Oh yeah.
Because I just said some wild shit. I'm talking. Ain't too many people responded. We ain't gotta say no names. But why?
It's competitive, bro. And all right, I'll tell you a few things. So people don't really know how deep the Joey and TDE rabbit hole goes. You gotta understand, these are my guys for real. Like, I've been on tour with Q. I've been on tour with Absol. Like, we share tattoos, we share homies, you know what I'm saying? Like, pause, like, you know what I mean? But it's a lot of love, you know what I'm saying? So when we start talking about competition and the love for the game, this shit is a sport to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all want to be the best. Like, this ain't a Kendrick thing. I don't got nothing against Kendrick. Like, I love Kendrick. Kendrick the homie. Every time me and Kendrick see each other, it's love, it's respect, it's mutual. This just about Joey feeling like he the one. And, you know, somebody in that one spot, so that happened to be the focal point. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, just like for him. And it's like, honestly, I know Dot respected. I know he respected.
So you saying this is more some old school shit?
It's more absolutely.
More
but like some new school shit though, we doing it in a new way.
No, what I'm saying is because the new school now is you diss me, I shoot you, and then I put you in a pack. And I rap about it, and I actually rap about the crime that I did. Oh, I shot you when you fell by the Honda.
I tell you what, this ain't no new school, old school shit. This some real man shit.
But what I'm saying is,
this some grown shit, some mature shit.
What I'm saying is, old school. What I'm saying is, it was more of like basketball. Nigga, you think you better than me, nigga?
Nah, I get what you're putting.
Okay, let's get on the court.
Fact.
Jay-Z and Nas.
And that's what it is.
You feel what I'm saying? LL Cool J and Cool Mo D. KRS-One and what's my man? Damn, Lo, what's my man name? KRS-One, who he was going? Shan. You feel? It was more of we could see who the best, let the people decide who the best, and that's what it is. We're gonna handle our business
and we're gonna move on.
Right.
And we might piece it up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be cool later. Like, yeah, that's what it is to me. It's like, bro, and it go back to what I said, like, I don't really got like no ego like that. I mean, of course, everybody got an ego. I don't want to sound like I'm just some fucking monk nigga, because I'm not. But to me, it's like, I'm fair game. A lot of my life is on display. It's so, like, what I show is on display for people to judge, for people to whatever. So even with the recent sparring that I just undertook, bro, I don't feel no way about nothing that was said. And I feel like niggas started taking off their gloves, but I kept my gloves on the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Just to display, like, this is really what it is for me. Like, it's about the sport, it's about the competition, it's about the love for the game, bro. It's like, I'm a competitor. I love this shit.
And I just want to put that out there.
I want to dunk on anybody. That's how I feel. We getting on the track together. You could be my mans, bro. Like, just like when we get on that court, don't you want to win? If we play one-on-one,
nigga, cook this shit out you.
Right, nigga, crush you up, hit you with all that, throw you on the grill with the A1 sauce, all that. You know what I'm saying? But then after that, we gonna break bread. You know what I'm saying? We gonna politics. So I don't see why it's any different. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, I think lyrical warfare is great for the sport. B, it's like nobody getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like at least it's not intentional. If people do get hurt, you know what I'm saying? But the intention is there. Like, this is for the culture. This is for the sport. Let's keep this shit right.
It's a different time.
Nah, it is a different time, and I understand that. But it's like, you gotta, like me, bro. I haven't said nothing for this whole year.
Niggas can't take that L. Niggas feelings get hurt in today's time.
I tell you what, I take it all the way back, right? Like when I dropped Rulers back, and I said too much West Coast dick licking, I watched the whole world. Like what I say and what you think I said is two different things. And I watched the whole world spin my shit out of context. I watched everybody feel away. Oh, he's saying fuck the West Coast, this, that, the third. But I'm like, cool. Cause it's like, yo, for me, I ain't backing down. So like if niggas wanna make it about some shit like that, then cool, I bet. What y'all got? Bring it. I know what I meant and I know what my intention was.
What did you mean?
Bro, first of all, niggas gotta understand is, it's a Hove line, right?
I mean, know.
Of course, y'all niggas know. If Hove never said that line, I would never said it. I'm an artist and I'm a great artist. So of course, I knew the timing was impeccable. The timing was remarkable for me to use that line. Nigga, it wasn't a better fucking time to re-earth that, you know what I'm saying? But for me, personally, I'm like, okay, cool, like, I know those are my niggas. You know what I'm saying? Or my niggas know that they my niggas and I'm they homie and shit. So I know they ain't gonna take no offense by it. I ain't gonna lie, the only oversight that I made was, I did not expect that it was gonna land on the doorstep of so many people who wasn't tapped in with who I was. And I think that's where it got spun out of context. People like, who the fuck is this nigga? Like, talk about boom, boom. Like, nigga, fuck this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta stand up for myself. I'm like, all right, I ain't about to come on Twitter like, yo, I ain't mean it like that, yo, no disrespect. Nah, I already know it's no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I'm very much, when you see me, we can have a conversation. I ain't gonna jump on Twitter, go back and forth with niggas like, oh, nah, I ain't mean it like this. Nah, I know what I meant, but if niggas wanna take it out of context, let them take it out of context. Let them be crash dummies. Let them go right ahead. And at the same time, me being a true sportsmanship player in this game, I'm like, I respect it. If niggas feel the way like I was coming at their side and they want to respond back, defend their side, I respect it.
Let's play ball.
Let's play ball. As you should, my nigga. Here's an opportunity for you. Some nigga talking wild about your block. Fuck out of here, nigga. Like, nigga, I welcome that shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though I just came through, bing, bing, bing. I wasn't really like directing the shots at nobody. I was just like, yo, what up? Bye, bye, bye. I'm outside, nigga. You know what I mean? But then, you know, shit, niggas started directing at me. So I said, all right, bet. That's it. And that's just how I look at it, B. But like I said, everything that got said about me, like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not offended. I don't feel away. I think it was fun. I had a lot of fun. Like, shout out to the homie Daylight. I don't know Ray Vaughn personally, but shout out to him as well. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a great moment for everybody. I think it was a great moment for hip hop. But, you know, there's levels to this shit.
Let me ask you, so did anybody come back at you ever in life?
Say that again?
Did anybody ever like respond to you ever in life on track where you was listening, you was like, all right, all right, I ain't gonna lie, that was some nice shit.
Absolute. Daylight.
So when you heard it for the first time?
Not his first joint, but I already knew when I hit him with the Loaded Lux joint, I already knew that, and we had a whole conversation about that. Shout out to
love it.
I already knew I knocked him off his pivot with that. If not, just straight got him out of there.
Yeah.
But when I heard that Ayo shit, I was like, okay, that's hard. For sure. Like, I ain't a hater, bro. I'm not a hater at all.
I gotta respect it.
Yeah, I ain't a hater at all. Like, if some shit fire, it's fire.
I
You know what I'm
respect
saying? But that's the only one I thought was fire.
Yeah.
To be real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. You know, shout out to Light.
Now, what's up with the mentor program?
Oh, yeah, the Impact Mentorship. So we on our second year. Impact Mentorship is all about everything that I've been saying, man. Like, trying to make sure that the next generation has the access that we didn't have. So for those who don't know, I founded a mentorship program that promotes free mentorship for men of color, free professional mentorship. So we got different industries, we got sports, we got TV, film, we got media, we got culinary arts, we got music. So you got people like J.I.D. to Stefan Diggs to Chef Kwame Anuwachi.
Oh, I'm a chef. I might come through there and teach a class.
Come on now. No, but you know what? It's a year-long program.
Okay.
So the way that it runs is 12 sessions throughout the year, and it's like an hour every month. And we basically
make oodle noodle lasagna.
Teach him
bro.
a lot. I got my.
What are you gonna make oodles and noodle lasagna?
I got my culinary
man?
joint
$1
in
million
jail.
worth of pain. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga been
Like,
cooking in jail, man. When
No,
you
I
tell
wasn't.
him, bro,
I went to
listen
culinary school though.
Listen, would you tell him, if you go to culinary school in jail,
I know how to
that
cook,
don't
cuz.
fucking count.
I know how to
I
cook.
mean, I beg to differ. If you learn how to cook in jail, you can learn.
I
you
know
can
how to
cook
cook,
anywhere.
cook. They ain't kill me for cooking
Throwing
the food.
cheese twists, Slim
No, we
Jims,
talking about real. We talking about the
noodles
kitchen.
and noodles in a fucking
No,
bag,
we talking about the kitchen.
heating it up.
No, we talking
and
about the
then
real
feeding the whole block.
kitchen, the cafeteria. I
I don't
ain't
hear
talking about the
you
block
cooking
stuff.
roof Chris, bro.
I'm on another
You
level.
Fucking
But I
can't.
come through that joint and
Craftsman.
Like if you graduated in jail, that shit don't count. All right, if you get out of jail, you was a chef in jail. You get out of jail.
you go right and be a chef.
You
on the
go
street.
down to Ocean Prime. They like, okay, fill a resume out. Where's all your jobs at? You like, nah, I've been cooking in jail.
You ain't gonna put that on there.
20
Yeah, you
years.
gonna put that shit.
That was your job.
That's not how you do it. What you're gonna do is you're gonna fill out all the qualifications. I'm a stew chef. I'm a boom boom boom. Everything that you really is. Then you could throw a reference number. They might be, and all it is, they're gonna be calling the teacher in the joint.
Fact.
No,
Like you was
they
calling.
gonna do a background check.
They're not doing all that shit.
You think they just bringing a motherfucker in the Ocean Prime without
Yeah,
seeing
gonna do
you?
all that
Honestly, I feel like that's a great opportunity for some virality. Like, yeah, Top Chef came right out the pen. Nigga.
Yeah,
like,
I could've
you
been
don't
Top
even
Chef if I
You
wasn't
don't even
doing
need
this.
an Ocean Prime, nigga. You get right on the gram with
I'll
it.
go right up. I can turn up
crazy.
right now.
Go
Go
up.
right there and go crazy.
Let me ask you, when you niggas been getting locked up since the motherfucking 1700s. When you ever seen a Top Chef come home from prison?
Nah, I mean, I've never seen it.
Ho. I'm gonna shut it down. Jeff Henderson, Chef Jeff. Listen.
That's your fucking homie.
No, he's not my homie. No. You think I'm talking about the what's the name? You think I'm talking about the teacher? Chef Jeff did federal time in the penitentiary in San Diego. Came home. He was a top. He learned how to cook in the jail, prison, the federal joint. Came home. He was one of the top chefs in Las Vegas.
Wow. Nah, a lot of
Now he's a
niggas.
top flash chef.
I mean, shit. Sometimes it
Henderson.
just
Gotta
happen
look
that
this
way.
nigga
No, he got a book called Cook.
Sometimes that
Can
shit-
somebody confirm this nigga
got a
the
book
top
called
chef?
Cook.
Man,
That
nigga
remind
round
me
the
of,
way, man.
No, he not. He was on Oprah and anything.
That remind me of the artist Mr. Wash. Shout out to Mr. Wash from Watts, California.
Speak about him.
He was locked up. I think he was serving life or something like that. But he was a painter. He was just going crazy with the art in jail. And I think Barack Obama had pardoned him because his pieces was that ill. And then he came home and like, shit, I got a Mr. Wash in my crib.
He went crazy.
Yeah, came home with crazy. Shout out to Mr. Wash, man. It's the homie. It's the
Painter?
big dog. Painter, yeah.
Man, that's
Artist.
something different though, man. Chefing, cooking, man.
Yeah,
No.
nah, you right, but
That nigga ain't had
the
no
point
seasons in
is,
jail,
to all the peoples out there, no matter where you at, you can make opportunity for yourself.
You can't.
That's it.
I ain't
That's it.
denying that.
That's
But
it. I wanna
that
say this.
nigga didn't come home. to
He's
be
a
no
hater.
chef.
I want to say this like, when is your directing? When is you going to direct something big? When you just going to snap and say, you know what?
When?
Yeah.
Oh, real soon. Real
I'm
soon.
talking about something that's just like, phew, we ain't
Nah,
even
real soon.
expecting.
I got some great ideas. I started my production company last year, so I'm already on that, man. Like I feel like we ain't got enough. Like in the '90s, I feel like it was a renaissance with black film. You know what I mean? Everywhere you look, there was a new fucking amazing black film
joints.
coming
Crazy
out.
joints.
And it's like,
Menace to
right.
Society, Jews.
fucking The
Boomerang.
Wood, Waiting
More
to
Better Blues.
Excel, More Better Blues, Boomerang. Like,
Yeah.
it was just back to back to back. And I want to get back to that. You know what I mean?
We did. We
it's
had
like,
quality films too.
and I got a bunch
Yeah,
of
Presidents.
ideas that I know we want to see. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of stories that I have not seen told. So yeah, like I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm still getting the resources together and all that. I'm also still making my name for myself in this TV world. So
So when you
ain't
come,
no blackouts and shit like that. You say what?
so when you come, it's like, no, I'm
Exactly,
seasoned.
exactly. This shit real. This shit real. for
So you
sure.
the guy on set talking to the director.
Absolutely. I'm like, yo, shout out to my, it's crazy you picked that up, because shout out to my man, Mario Van Peebles, man. Like, I'm definitely the guy who, like, I'm shadowing the
Yeah,
director.
he's a legend.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, in between shots, I'm with the
He wanted to
director.
be Mario
He
Van
made
Peebles
Posse.
when he was younger.
He
and
made
shit.
Posse. He made all that. He made
All
a
that.
bunch of, his dad was a legend too.
Melvin, yeah.
Like
rest in
you
peace, yeah.
you up under a legend.
Absolute.
know, it's
So I
crazy you
take
wanted to be
heed.
him when
Like
he
I
was
said,
young.
bro, I'm a student in every room I'm in. Like, I don't feel like there's no room where I'm too big enough or too smart enough to learn from somebody in there. Like, I learn from kids, bro. I'm learning from my kids on the daily.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's just how my mind work. Like, I'm always trying to see what's up with the get down, you know what I mean? And see how shit work. Cause you was touching on something earlier that made me think, just back to the point of our people always want to do the lit thing. My first day on a TV and film set, my first day I shot Mr. Robot, I was blown away because immediately the first thing I noticed was how many people was involved behind the camera.
And they getting a lot of paper.
Yo, I'm like, yo, this is 131
Mr.
jobs.
Mr. Robot was a next level joint too.
Nah, Emmys and all that. Shout
was
out to
next
Mommy
level.
Malik, Christian Slater, Sam Esno. But yo, I'm like, yo, I saw 131 jobs that day that I never heard about. And I'm like, this is the
First
fucking problem.
AD, second AD.
Boom mic, audio.
All of that.
People that handled it. I'm talking about this executive.
Gaffer.
All
With the,
that
you
shit.
know what I'm saying? All types of shit I never
Got
even
security
knew
on it.
existed. I'm like, yo, we just got our focal point on. I just want to be in front of the camera. But that's like fucking 8 niggas in front of the camera. Meanwhile, there's 200 motherfuckers who behind the camera who really count.
Same thing
who
in
really
music.
Get into that paper. Same thing
Same thing in music. It's
you know
great.
what I'm saying? So
Top flight.
That's why motherfuckers don't even understand how crazy they sound when a motherfucker do a sex scene. They be talking, man, that shit look real, man. You hit that? Nigga, it was 255 people watching. What the fuck is you talking about?
Facts.
The fuck are you But that's how niggas in the hood think though.
Nah,
man, that
it's a
shit
fact.
look real. Man, you was in it.
It's a fact.
Bro, you know how many times they say cut?
No, but I think a lot of times it's not pushed.
Nah,
to the
it's true though.
A lot of times it's not
It should
pushed.
be weird though. I ain't gonna lie.
weird.
It'd be weird. It's like, all right, act like, all right.
Act like
action.
yeah.
that shit weird.
cut.
Bro. I ain't gonna lie. You cut.
Hey, pull the blanket back. Get a little bit more of her ass cheeks. All right, action. Like,
No, that should
shit's
definitely
crazy,
be
bro.
weird, you know what I'm saying? And then me is like, you know, I'm a very realistic actor, so I'll be like, damn, can I like grab your neck? Be like, nah, I'm like, all right, well this shit about to be whack then.
Because it's not realistic. Like,
Word, like.
what would you
know
say if he asked, can I grab your neck?
Hey, yo.
wow.
Hey,
Wow.
He'd be on set, is you giving out rim jobs?
This dude crazy, man. This dude crazy. But no, the whole thing is like, I think a lot of people don't see you don't see or hear about what's behind the camera, behind the microphone, behind the video. And you don't see all these people with jobs that's sometimes making more money than artists.
That's a fact.
Because we're gonna be straight
Without
up.
a doubt, because you know what, yo, the artist shit is so fucking wish-washy. You only making money when you lit. It's a lot of time spent as being an artist and you're not lit.
Most of the time spent, you ain't lit.
Most of the time, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't just had that pop off from the jump, then
You ain't
most of
Drizzy.
it- Yeah, right.
I think we don't look at systems a lot of time from our culture. We don't look at the systems of things. Like, all right, for instance, it's systems being a part of the label, being a part of the film crew. They're gonna eat forever because people don't look at it. People look at some of these actors and they ain't see that they was really going through it to the strike happened. They was like, hold up, I've been watching this dude act all this time. He ain't really making no money. I thought he was a millionaire. I thought same thing with rap. You think of the dude, you think because you keep seeing somebody video,
Damn,
you see him on
Playboy, what the
Instagram.
fuck is on that?
You're like, yeah, on real life. You're not getting booked for no shows. You don't see no shows. You don't see no tours. You ain't see no merch. Because a lot of artists sometimes they don't even build no fan base, no real hard ticket fan base up.
Exactly.
They just be doing the clubs. You drop a single.
Yo, listen, to all my artists out there, these labels cannot fucking help you. They can only assist you once you have the motherfucking engine already.
What is the engine?
Well, the engine is the strategy. How do you stand out from the rest of the people? What are you bringing that's different? What is the brand identity? That's the engine. You focus on that. You focus on standing apart of the crowd. You know what I'm saying? You get that figured out, that's half the motherfucking battle. Everything else is timing and, you know, some money. But like nowadays, it ain't even always just money. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just timing, being at the right place, right time, or knowing the right person. You know what I mean? But just know these labels cannot help you. Because if you ain't got that figured out, if you ain't got your engine figured out, your strategy, your brand identity, once you go to these labels, all they gonna try to do is try to help you figure that out. And now they forcing you in a box that you don't even fit in. They trying to make you somebody that you might not even be. And it's just like, it's a fucking lose-lose situation. You know what I'm saying? So establish who you are first, create some fucking leverage, get some fucking motion, and then you entertain a partnership with one of these motherfuckers. But don't let these niggas finesse you out of thinking that you need them. No, they fucking need you. Especially in 2025, they need you more than ever.
And that was the man I was referring to.
And talk about partnership though. Because you ain't say I want a record deal. You said partnership. Explain to them what that is.
Yeah, I mean, listen, partnership is what you can ask for once you create leverage, once you know yourself, once you know what you bring to the table, then it's about partnership. You know what I'm saying? It's about putting two entities together to make to get a bigger outcome. You know what I'm saying? If it's not doing that, if you click up with a label and fucking nothing happened different than when you was on your own, that's a fucked up deal. That's a bad deal. It don't even matter what the numbers is. The fact that you don't get a bigger result from that relationship,
there's no growth.
There's no growth.
If it's no growth, it's like you just signed.
Like the whole time they just waiting for you to create a fucking moment. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So like these labels nowadays, man, like they don't even fucking matter. Like you gotta get yourself to where you at, and then you finesse these niggas for the bag. All right, so this is what I need. My album is already done. Give me this, boom, 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 and bang. That's what we gonna do. And they can't tell you no, cause then, all right, bet, I'm gonna go to these other people. There's so much labels out here, bro, like you could fucking figure it out. I'm probably making it sound a little bit easier than it's done, but trust me, that shit is more than doable. And it's like these labels keep finessing these young artists into thinking that they need them, and they don't. And I'm tired of fucking seeing it.
So what you got coming out?
Man, I got a lot of music coming up. A lot more new film, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm just gonna continue to be the best version of myself, man. Like more music, more film, and shit, we see what else, man. I'm gonna meet God in Ohio, and we gonna see what he has for me out there. You know what I mean?
That sound like a title for a project or album or a movie.
Come on, man. Listen, man, $1 million worth of pain, man.
That's worth of pain.
Think about it. He met God in the prison shower one time. That nigga wasn't there to wash. Your old head was in the ass. Nigga said, "Shake your ass." That nigga beg God, please, God, get me the fuck out of here.
He lied.
That nigga old head ain't say that.
He said to me,
"Shake your ass, wash yourself, show me what you want." That nigga met God that day in the prison.
Well, listen, man, we appreciate you, man. Keep going up, keep doing your thing. If you ever need a writer, ghostwriter, holler at me. I wrote for a lot of people. I wrote for Kiss.
Stop throwing them lies out there, man.
I wrote for Kiss.
You ain't right for
Yo,
Kiss,
Kiss.
I wrote.
You gotta have a conversation, man.
See if I get Kiss on the phone. I wrote Kiss shit.
Get the fuck out of here.
I actually rap
I'm
from jail.
gonna wait for this just to see if you can get Kiss on the phone.
I might can. I mean,
before I wrap up, nigga. Just lying.
You
like
get him
this.
on the phone, shit. It might be some validity to this story.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he might.
He can get anybody on the phone. He tell you any fucking thing. He can get Barack Obama on the fucking phone.
Like
Barack Obama.
He might answer.
What are your butler at the White House? The fuck are you talking about, Wallo?
Your call has been forwarded.
Kiss don't respect
He
you.
rejected you too. That's
Kiss don't
crazy.
respect that nigga in the voicemail. Fuck out of
He hit
here,
the red
nigga.
button.
Kiss said what the
No,
fuck
he don't know my new
Wallo
number.
want. Yes, he do. Kiss said what Wallo want.
No, he don't know this is my new number. I'm telling you.
I ain't trying to talk to Wallo right now. For real. Word to mother.
I got a new number.
He said that's good.
He don't know the number.
Look at him.
He don't know my
He
new
just
number.
text him. He like, I know that's Wallo.
He did this.
He like, I ain't answering the phone for Wallo.
No, but I wrote some of his stuff.
Woke up.
I wrote some of his first single.
Motivational speeches.
His joint be crazy, yo.
Hey, listen, man. His $1 million for Gator Joey badass, and it's just like that.
Right.